Scorpios, welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at the next 72 hours for you guys. Any information that you need to book a reading will be below. If you do want to also see future readings and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the like button and also the subscribe button so that you never miss a beat. But let's go ahead and get straight into it because this card just like flipped out while I was shuffling. It was like the weirdest thing. So I'm just going to let the cards do what they want to do, but we have seek the truth that's here. So during this time frame, Scorpios, you could feel like something's off about someone around you, especially if this is a love interest. You could be questioning like, okay, they're not really communicating with me the same, or they're not doing the things that they used to do, or just something about their pattern seems off. And it could be this concern around whether or not there's something you're missing or maybe not seeing. For others of you, your partner, they could be reading into your behavior and trying to see like, okay, what's up with my Scorpio? They seem like they're more withdrawn, or they seem like they are more distant. If you did recently cut somebody off because they have not been showing up or doing their part, they could be now trying to seek understanding on where your head is at. This also talks about tapping into a level of self-awareness where you could be seeing like, yeah, I really do need to work on this habit, or I do need to work on this or work on that, or I'm really good at this, or I have this great quality. It's a level of you guys like maybe discovering new things about yourself or realizing some things about yourself. We also have challenging times in reverse, which I love. So things that have been a struggle energetically for you guys for some time, that could be finally wrapping up for you. And it could be mainly because you're in a place of focusing on the reality of things. You're not being, what's the word I want to use? You're not ignoring the realities. And you also are realizing where a lot of the challenge, quote unquote, that you were experiencing was resistance. Resistance to change, resistance to spirit showing you the way and wanting to do things your own way, or leaning too much on your own understanding of things instead of letting God lead the way. So this is beautiful that it's in reverse. We also have Blossom, nice. And we also have the throat chakra. So yes, this time frame is all about Scorpios, you guys expanding in your ability to take on more. Because when we're growing, that means that we are now allowing ourselves to have finally, and not denying ourselves of what the universe already wants to give us. This time frame is also encouraging you to speak up for yourself. Like if you've been biting, your tongue a lot of the times for the sake of keeping the peace in a way where it's been making you physically like sick, or it's been making you feel out of whack. This time frame is about you speaking up for yourself and not letting other people just walk all over you or have the ability to silence you. Okay. Also, this could talk about like you finally speaking your heart or your mind after maybe bottling it up for some time. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What does the next 72 hours have in store for them in terms of what they're manifesting? Scorpios, we have Key, which represents opportunity. You have a lot of good cards here, Scorpios. We have Mirror, which represents reflection. We have Sunflower, which represents action. And we have Achievement, represented by the crystals. So a lot of energy around opportunity, achievement, blossoming. Okay, what you're manifesting is the ability to apply what you've reflected on. Okay, reflection and action, you're applying what you've reflected on, where you're past the point of ruminating or I don't understand this and why me, and you're past victimhood. You're at a point of ownership of your future, which is beautiful. Nice, Scorpios. Okay, let's go into a full-on spread for you guys. Give me a general look at what's going on with Scorpios. We have the High Priestess. So for the next 72 hours, this talks about being tuned in with your intuition and your inner knowing on how to navigate your situation. The High Priestess also talks about keeping plans to yourself. You may not want to tell everybody what you're doing or what you're planning, because you could have some negative Nancy's around you, or people who may not believe in your vision or may not see the vision. And you just want to kind of put your head down and focus. There also could be a Pisces of significance for some of you. But the High Priestess does talk about like being more in tune with self. Now, going into what I see for career and finance, we have the Six of Cups. Some of you guys could have an opportunity that you really, really wanted to pursue, or a career or a skill that you wanted to maybe create a business from. You could be revisiting that idea during this time frame and like actually going for it or refining it. The Six of Cups also could talk about like maybe an old job you used to work at. You could be getting offered a new job there or considering maybe working there. There's something here that you guys may have been envisioning for yourself that you could start to see glimpses of that coming to be now. Like this could have been you set the intentions a year ago that you were going to become a doctor, or you're going to become a nurse, or you're going to do certain things, and you could actually be seeing that unfold for you. Now, going into love, we have the 10 of Wands. So you could feel like there's a lot that you and your person, your current person, may have been through. And this could be causing a lot of stress or strain on the relationship, because either you or your person, you guys haven't really forgotten the past. And it's kind of hard to turn it into like more of a victor story of what you guys have been through, when either there's certain accountabilities that haven't been taken yet, or there's, you know, things that still haven't been processed completely, by either one of you. And that could be weighing on the relationship. The 10 of Wands also could talk about like stress being placed on the relationship from outside things like work, career, schedules, family responsibilities. For my singles, you could be trying your best not to hold a grudge or hold on to what you've been through, to where it's stopping you from taking on new love. Now, the advice for this time frame, Scorpios, we have the 7 of Wands. So the advice is to protect your energy in a healthy way, not in a way where we're defensive, not in a way where we're just being defensive to everything. We're using discernment. We're using discernment and letting people earn trust from them, showing us that they deserve our vulnerability to be our healthy boundaries. Also, the 7 of Wands does talk about like knowing that you can face any challenge head first. There's nothing that you're going through right now that you're not able to conquer. And the mind will try to trick you into believing that that's true. Shoot, the stress that you could be experiencing could make you feel like that's the case, but that is not true. Now, going into the challenge you may run into, we have the Empress. So this could be with a mother figure or a parent, or possibly someone who you may have children with. If you're in a relationship, this could be maybe the relationship that they could have, your person, they could have with the person they have children with if they do have kids. And that just kind of weighing on the relationship or weighing on your partner and how they show up. Or on your end, you could have a very, like I said, stressful co-parenting relationship that affects your romantic relationship to some degree. For others of you, the Empress does talk about like just the desire to grow. And the challenge could be the growing pains. When you grow, there's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of growing pains that comes with it, because you got to make room for this growth, right? Now, going into what I see for the outcome of this time frame, we do have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is beautiful. This talks about hard work. This talks about dedicating yourself to the process. This also talks about like you focusing on what can improve in how you show up day in and day out. If you're looking for a new job, I see you guys either getting good news that you're going to get a job, or you just kicking into high gear when it comes to applying. A lot of you could be trying to focus on working on your relationship, rebuilding trust, watching your partner and seeing if they're actually trying. But this is what I see overall. I hope I did give you insight in regards to what this 72-hour period is going to entail. If you took something from the reading, definitely feel free to thumbs it up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.